Okay, let's first understand why there is a need for configuring a global port number for Oracle Enterprise Manager. If you have watched my previous videos on Oracle EM, then you must have understood that in order to log into Oracle Enterprise Manager, we need a port number. For example, let's say we have a container database which has tens or hundreds of pluggable database configured into it. If we want to log into Oracle Enterprise Manager using the root container, then we need to know its respective port number. And if we want to log into Oracle EM using any of those tens of hundreds of pluggable databases, then we need to know its corresponding HTTPS port number. Now, keeping a tab on all those databases and their corresponding HTTPS port number will become a hassle and one which I guess you don't want to take on. Now, what is the solution to this problem? Imagine, what if we could use a single port number to log into any of those databases? Wouldn't that be awesome? My dear friend, that is exactly what we are going to do in this tutorial. What's up internet? I am Manish from rebellionwriter.com. Welcome to the another tutorial of Oracle Enterprise Manager series. Today in this tutorial we will learn how to set a global port number for Oracle Enterprise Manager. But first, if you are new to my channel, then please subscribe. Also, press the bell icon to get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, let's start. Once again for the demonstration, my setup will remain the same as the previous video. I am using Oracle 19c, which has one root container database, cdb$root, and one pluggable database, orclpdb. If you are using any of the version of Oracle database, which is based on multi-tenant architecture, then you can still follow these steps as the process is same. Now let's use this information and understand what is the need for setting a global port for our containers. I haven't configured the global port number, so let's see what happens when we try to use the port number of our root container to log into the pluggable database. 5500 is the port number which I have configured for my root container. Using that port number, the URL for the Oracle Enterprise Manager will be this. Let's use the sys user to log into the Oracle EM. Username will be sys. The password for my sys user is Oracle. This could be different in your case, so specify accordingly. Container name field. So far, we were leaving this field empty, but today let's use it. As I haven't configured a global port for the Oracle Enterprise Manager, thus I have two options for this field. I can either leave it empty as always or specify the name of the container whose port number I am using in the URL. Right now I am using port number 5500, which is the port number for my root container. If we will specify anything else than these two options, then we will get an error. Let me demonstrate to you. Just to check everything is fit and fine, I will first specify the name of my root container cdb$root into this field. As I mentioned, port number 5500 is configured for my root container. Thus we are using it in the URL to log into the Oracle EM. There should not be any error. Let's hit the login button. Great! Logged in successfully. As you can see, we have successfully logged into the Oracle EM using cdb$root container. Now let's exit and try to log in again, but this time using the pluggable container orclpdb. Fine, we are out. Just to make sure, I am using the same URL with port number 5500. Also, once again, I will be using the sys user to log into the Oracle EM. Nothing has changed, except this time the container name will be orclpdb instead of cdb$root. Now let's hit the login button and see what happens. So we got invalid container name error. Just to get rid of this error, we need to enable the global port number for our Oracle Enterprise Manager. The SetGlobalPortEnabled is a procedure which lets us set a single port as a global HTTPS port number. We can use that global port to log into the Oracle Enterprise Manager through any pluggable database using the port number of the root container database. Now you ask, can we set any port number as a global port? That is actually a very good question. And the answer to your question is no, you cannot. Or maybe yes, you can. Let me explain myself. First, let's see why you cannot set any port number as a global port. See, on successful execution, the SetGlobalPortEnabled procedure makes the port number of the root container database a global port, which clearly indicates that only the port number of the root container database can be set as a global port. If this is the case, then why did I say that we can use any port as a global port in Oracle database? Because we are programmer and nothing is impossible for us. Just give us a powerful machine and we will create a new world. Anyways, the answer to your question is we can assign any idle HTTPS port to our root container, and then we can use that port as a global port for our Oracle Enterprise Manager. So that way we can use any port as a global HTTPS port. At least technically we can, right? In case if you don't know how to set HTTPS port for your database, then watch the second tutorial of the Oracle Enterprise Manager series. Link will be on your screen as well as in the description. Now let's see the process of setting a global port for your Oracle Enterprise Manager. To set the global port, we use SetGlobalPortEnabled procedure. Like every other function or procedures that we have used in this Oracle Enterprise Manager series, this one is also created inside the tbms_xdb_config package, which means in order to run it, we need to use the dot notation, and that will look something like this. This procedure takes only one argument. It could either be true or false. If it is set to true, then this procedure will enable the global port number. If it is set to false, then global port number will be disabled. Now let's execute this procedure. First, we need to connect with the database using the sysuser. This statement will connect you to your database using the sysuser. As we know that in multi-tenant architecture, by default we are connected with the database through the root container. Thus, on executing this statement, you will get connected to your database through the root container. Let's quickly check. Con name $cdb$root. That confirms that we are in fact connected with the root container. Nevertheless, next we have to execute the SetGlobalPortEnabled procedure. Let's do that. Let's execute. Done. Everything is done. Now let's once again come back to our Oracle Enterprise Manager and try to log into it using the pluggable database. Here we are. As you can see in the URL, I'm once again using port number 5500, which is assigned to my root container cdb$root. Now I will try to log into my Oracle EM using the pluggable database orclpdb. Username will be sys. Password in my case is Oracle, could be different in yours. Container name will be orclpdb. Now let's hit the login button and see what happens. Great. Same error once again. Don't worry, everything is fine. I just wanted to have this error here because here at rebellionwriter.com we don't just learn the concept, we understand every single detail. And that's how we master the concepts. The SetGlobalPortEnabled procedure has two conditions that we need to fulfill in order to log into the EM Express. And these conditions are: global port must be enabled not only for the root container but also for all the pluggable databases which are configured into that root container. Luckily, by default global port is disabled only for the root container, but for all the pluggable containers it's always enabled, which means you only need to enable it for the root container. In order to log into the Oracle Enterprise Manager using a pluggable database, you need to make sure that that pluggable database is open for all read-write operations. Unfortunately, by default all the pluggable databases are mounted, which means they are not open for read-write operations. In our case, this second condition is the reason behind the invalid container name error. On execution of the procedure earlier, we have successfully set the global port, but the pluggable database using which I am trying to log into the Oracle EM is mounted. Let me show you. Let's minimize the browser. Also, let's clear the screen of this command prompt as well. Done. Now let's check if the pluggable database ORCL PDB is mounted or open. As you can see, the pluggable database ORCL PDB is mounted, which means to fix that invalid container name error, we simply have to open our ORCL PDB database. Let's do that. Right now, I'm connected to my database using the sysuser. Using the container database. Great. Now we will run the alter pluggable database statement to open the ORCL PDB. Alter pluggable database is a reserved phrase followed by the name of the pluggable database which we want to open, and then the keyword open. Let's execute. Pluggable database altered. That's all we have to do. Let's come back to our Oracle Enterprise Manager and try to log in again. Let's refresh the page. Refreshing a session is important. Done. Let's quickly fill up the login form once again. Now, the moment of truth. Let's hit the login button. Voila! Login is successful. In case if you still have the same error, then that means the global port for your pluggable database is disabled. Thus, to fix the error, you need to enable the global port for your pluggable database. Here I suggest you check the blog. There I have given you an entire PL/SQL code to check the status of your global port. In that same blog, you can also learn how to enable global port for your pluggable database. Link is in the description. So guys, that's how you configure a global port for your Oracle Enterprise Manager Database Express. This is an ultimate guide for you. Hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed creating it. If you like this video, then please hit the thumbs up button and share it with your friends on your social media. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. This is Manish from RebellionWriter.com.